What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 87. So I am a little late on this review because spoilers for some other things dropped, and I made the other video on the Dragon Ball Super hiatus before this. But here we are now, Chapter 87 review. A lot to talk about in this chapter. Overall, man, crazy chapter, crazy way to end the Granola the Survivor arc, and I do believe that at some point I'll end up doing a review on that as well. Maybe I'm gonna see exactly how I want to plan that out. But let's talk about chapter 87 real quick. So it starts off by Vegeta saying that the way that they won was pathetic. Goku and Vegeta not satisfied with how everything happened and how they couldn't win on their own. Right then, Granola collapses and says that his final move was fueled by his lifespan. So this gets me to wonder if he lost even more of his life because he had 3 years beforehand. Now is it maybe cut down to 2.5, 2 3/4, maybe 2 years on the dot? Who knows? Granola then tells Goku and Vegeta about the 3-year wish he made and how he got all this power at the cost of only getting to live for 3 more years. So they figure that out, and then right after that, Monaito actually heals Granola completely. And it seems as if using his ability so much in one day has pushed his healing abilities to be able to heal people back to their full strength. He also heals Goku and Vegeta. So I think this makes sense. I'm sure there's going to be some people that don't like that and are going to hate on it, but I think it makes a lot of sense and decent enough explanation for me personally. Right then, Alec is trying to escape, but right then a beam goes through Monaito's chest. So initially I thought this was Frieza when the draft images came out, but turns out that it's actually gas. So Granola goes over to Monaito. He's very angry, but he's very concerned as well for Monaito. Right then, Goku and Vegeta power up and charge at gas. A lot of blows are exchanged, but right as Goku and Vegeta seem to be wanting to fire a Gallic Gun Kamehameha combo, Gas fires an energy blast at them and dives right into it. It's a pretty cool panel. Overall, again, Toyotaro doing great things with the art. I have to say this has to definitely be some of his best work this whole arc. In general, probably peak Toyotaro art-wise, for sure. Can't wait to see the fights, and I really hope that in the anime, when they make these fights, that they actually do use some of his choreography. That would be pretty cool. Same goes for the Moro arc too, but I feel like he stepped his game up since then. But in the Moro arc, he was doing some nice stuff too. You could definitely tell he was on the rise. So next, Granola is begging Monaito to hang in there, and Monaito says to him that he should have died 40 years ago, and that his duty was to raise him right since. And then he thanks Granola as he passes away, it seems like. So very touching moment there. But we know this is Dragon Ball, so there's a good chance he could be back, and we'll talk about that more towards the end of the chapter. But right then, Maki and Oil go up to Alec and tell him that they should get out of there. And Maki's telling him this very mad, so Alec actually smacks her. So it just shows you more. Alec does not care about his siblings at all. Just cares about his own agenda. Right then, Gas actually learns about the wish, and that part of it was that he'll die pretty soon. So he finds that out. And regardless, Alec doesn't care he found out, and he says to Gas to stop wasting time or he'll come. And this is where the foreshadowing begins. But then right when you flip to the next page, Frieza lands on the planet. What a way to make an entrance. Good stuff again by Toyotaro right there. Gas tells Frieza then after he sees him that he's gonna kill him, and then charges at him. Frieza transforms for a split second and puts his hand through Gas's stomach, and then after that he stomps on his skull. Amazing artwork here again. Very brutal scene. I feel like the anime is going to censor this though, unfortunately, when we get to it. But I really hope we get this scene in the anime. I really, really do. because this might have been the most brutal scene I think Toyotaro has drawn, and just one of the most brutal scenes in general, and one of the coolest entrances, I would say, in Dragon Ball. I'd say overall. I'm not trying to tell you that it's, necessarily one of like the top 3 best entrances or something, or like top 5 or something like that, but it's just something that should be mentioned with some of the best, in my opinion. So, right then, Frieza figures out as well why Alec called him and what his original plan was to begin with. So, pretty much, if you guys didn't figure it out, Alec was hoping that Gas would take the other 2 Saiyans out, as well as Granola, and then also be able to take out Frieza thanks to that wish. So Frieza goes, and he actually goes up to Alec and whispers to him that he knows his secret, he knows all in the universe, and he knows that the weakest of the Heeters is him. And right then, Alec tries to throw a punch at him out of anger, and Frieza pretty much kills him. So originally I wanted Alec to die at the hands of Granola, because that would have made sense for the perfect revenge. But it seems like Granola's character arc has circled around to the point where he doesn't want to kill them, so I don't mind that necessarily as much. But Alec is a scumbag, and he definitely deserved to die. So I think if anybody else should have killed him, it should have been Frieza. So I'm okay with this. I like it. I only think the other person that could have done it is Granola. Also, poor Gas, man. I know we didn't care. Well, I don't want to say care, but I know a lot of people in the community kind of felt about Gas kind of how they were feeling about Jiren, I guess, throughout the Tournament of Power, because they knew Jiren was really strong. And some people, like, especially nowadays, Jiren has grown on a lot of people from what I've seen. But at the time when the tournament was airing, I know some people were bashing his character and all. So I saw some similar treatment to Gas here, but now, people are feeling a little bad for him because at the end of the day, Alec just used his younger brother, and his younger brother pretty much did everything for his brother's sake, so he wouldn't disappoint him again like he did 40 years ago. So, unfortunate death for Gas, but man, brutal stuff by Frieza. So after Alec is dead, Frieza reveals to Goku and Vegeta that he was in another dimension when this wish may have been made, so that the strongest in the universe thing did not apply to him. So apparently he trained in a time chamber, so pretty much a hyperbolic time chamber, or the room in Spirit of Time, whatever you call it, one of those, and he trained in that for 10 years. That is crazy. Frieza then charges at them and shows them his new form. He then one-shots both True Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. So Frieza is OP right now. Frieza, Frieza's really climbed up there. I also liked his transformation. His transformation, if you guys have not seen yet, is Black Frieza. It's pretty crazy stuff. I think Frieza is going to be someone who's going to be a big threat down the line. I just don't think they're going to do anything about it next arc. I mean, they could, but I feel like they're saving Frieza for a little bit later down the road. Frieza ends up actually sparing Goku and Vegeta there. I mean, he could have killed them. He spares them since he came to take care of a different target, and you could also assume that he perhaps let them live because they let Frieza live in Dragon Ball Super Broly, so this could be payment back. And you can also say that it may be a little bit due to Frieza's character, because he is probably realizing now, even though he's a scumbag, he's probably got like a little bit of mutual respect now since that tournament, in the sense where he doesn't want to take them out, I guess, in a cheap manner when they've already gone through a big fight. So, plenty of explanations for that. I know some people were wondering, but I'm leaning most towards it being a little bit of a character change from him since like the old days, and also because of the fact that he wants to beat him on his own terms, and because of what they did for him in the Broly movie. He then, before he leaves, he hires Maki and Oil as his cook and waiter. So, those two survived the arc. They get to go on with them. I hope we get to see them make some cameos, just because it would be cool down the line whenever we see Frieza again. It would just give us some notable faces in his force, along with the few that we already know. Right then after that, we're near the end of the chapter now, and Whis arrives on the planet, and he revives Monaito as a special favor to Goku. And after that, okay, first on Monaito, I knew this was something like this was gonna happen, because Monaito, I feel like he could have died in the arc, and he could have actually stayed dead. He did die, but Whis brought him back. Not surprised, Dragon Ball giving, a happier ending. But I know some people want these Dragon Ball guns, these new Dragon Balls gone, so we're going to get to that in a second too. Goku offers Granola to come along with them to train on Beerus' planet, but Granola declines. He says, Monaito says that he'll be sealing all the Dragon Balls up after Granola makes his wish of wishing the planet back to normal. Vegeta gives Granola the radar, which I thought was a nice little gesture. And right after that, Monaito gives Goku Bardock Scouter. I thought this was a nice little parting gift. I really, really love this. And it's not necessarily, causing some drastic change to Goku's character like some people were worried about for whatever reason. So, nice little gesture at the end. Nice little thing for him to keep by of his father. Cool stuff. I also think that it's good that Monaito's sealing up these Dragon Balls, because they're pretty OP, because you can just gather them up. There's only 2 Dragon Balls to begin with, and you can make like any wish, it seems like, and then there's no time limit either. So these Dragon Balls are pretty OP. Nice little gesture by Vegeta with the radar, like I said, and hopefully we see Granola again down the line. The next thing that happened was Vegeta told Granola to come by again anytime to fight the Saiyans. And Granola pretty much says he doesn't plan on losing any time to him. And to end off the chapter, as they leave, Goku asks about the Oracle Fish, and Whis says that the Oracle Fish may have been talking about Frieza, or someone else even perhaps, as the strongest warrior in the universe, because perhaps a new warrior has awoken. So now this is getting us, the audience, to wonder if we're going to be getting another arc in Universe 7, or if we're going to branch out of this universe. But for a while, it seems like the manga is going to be on a temporary hiatus to prepare for the next arc. And I'm not really mad about it, especially because of how he ended this arc. I really, really did enjoy these last 2 chapters, especially right when it seemed like, it seemed like from that stretch of, I'd say, chapter 79 and on, some of the chapters were still good, and some of them were a little more towards the okay end. I just feel like the last 2 gave us more content of substance, so I did enjoy them more, and I'm glad Toyotaro was able to end the arc on a high note. All in all, I'm going to give this chapter a 9.5 to a 10 out of 10. And I say this because I enjoyed pretty much every aspect of this chapter. Not much with it that was really wrong or much that bugged me. I enjoyed a huge portion of it. The only thing that's preventing me from giving it a solid 10 out of 10 is a little thing I would have liked to have seen, is maybe even a small interaction between Granola and Frieza. Even if Granola had looked for a second and we had gotten like a few little panels of him saying Frieza or something like that, or just reacting in general to him, I think that would have been cool. But overall, I am very satisfied with the conclusion of this arc. Definitely boosted up the ending portion score for me, and let me know if it did for you as well. But let me know what you think of this chapter overall. Let me know what you think of this arc. Let me know what you think of Black Frieza, and what do you guys think the next arc will be? Plenty of questions. Let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for this one, though. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.